Yeah, buddy. What's the,
Yeah, can't move the mic.
he said, "What you gonna do for me?"
Bruh. Bruh.
Nate ran her ass all night long.
That nigga trash.
That nigga
Terrible.
ran her
And
ass
then
all
this
night long.
nigga gonna love her better after all.
Love her better. Rose petals.
Little do he know.
L style. This is from
Oh my god! Right.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Old Head Online. Of Old Heads Online. We got a couple special guests here today. We have Masterpiece Theaters creator, artist, Visions in the building. How you doing, Visions?
What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling. Glad to have you here.
Happy to be here, fam.
All right. We have comedian, Honest Eddie.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
That's good.
Happy to be here, man.
Of course, we have Vinny Black in the
Izzo.
building.
Izzo. What's good?
Everything good. Nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's real life. That's what old heads do. We have phones that ring and whatnot. All that.
The old school ring too.
Y'all whippersnappers don't know about cell phone
Okay.
rings. But today we have a film review of a classic, a hood classic, a classic period.
It's definitely a cult classic.
Yeah, one of my favorite, absolute favorites. Set It Off. We're going to talk about it and review it, and then just discuss some funny parts or whatever, how we feel about it and everything. The characters in this was, of course, Queen Latifah, Kimberly Elise, Jada Pickett, and Vivica A. Fox. And the premise basically was, as y'all know, a bank robbery. Well, Vivica Fox's character worked at a bank, got robbed, a whole bunch of stuff happened. Jada Pickett's character's brother got killed from a mistaken identity, and
They was just in a whole bunch of
it was
shit.
in a whole bunch of stuff, down and out, and they came to the point
And it's
that
like, we gotta rob a
we got to
bank.
get money. We're going to start robbing the bank, and they started doing this whole bank robbery thing. Great premise, great story, great acting. I like everything about the movie. What is some of y'all feelings about the movie? How did y'all feel about it?
I think it was a real good representation of the era. Like I always say, the '90s was 3 different decades. Like the early '90s was one, the mid '90s was its own decade, and then the late '90s, kind of with the Jiggy movement, was a completely different era going into the 2000s. And being in 1996, like that really encapsulated that mid '90s, from like the lingo, the themes that were going on, like even the reasons why they needed to, like the economy and the hood, like and inner cities kind of tanking, like it was believable to me, and it took me back to like the mid '90s. So like that was my initial feel, like, oh, this is aged, but like in a good way, like how film should age. You should feel like you're in that era. You know what I mean? You shouldn't feel like today.
Of
So that was like the big thing that I loved about it initially, just the feeling of it.
They did a successful job of bringing us into that space, even though I never been to the West Coast or Cali, and it made me feel like a California just group of females that just feel like they're down and out, and they're
Yeah.
want to go ride a bank.
I found myself cheering for him again. Even when he was dying, I'm like, oh, no, get up.
Yeah, for some reason I cheer for like bank robbery. It might be bad.
Of course, it's the lovable villain, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like you be what? They're not even villains. They just anti-heroes or whatever. So you always find yourself rooting for them. Like even in Black Panther, I was rooting for Killmonger for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody was. I see what you're saying, because as these characters are as well, they're not really villains, like you said. They're a product of what's happening in their life, so to speak. So it's more so them trying to make it so you're rooting for it. Like, I understand that. I got kids.
Right.
That could have been my child, and that could have been my brother. That could have been,
I think that's a really good point, because if you see the news, like at the end, they just showing like the news when they, when Cleo riding around. So whoever watching it on the news just think, oh, these just 4 Jones trying to rob a bank, get some money. But if you know the background story, you feel a little bit different. Like, damn, she about to lose her son. She grieving from her brother just getting killed. Vivica that was some nut shit that happened to her about the job, like. And it ain't easy to get jobs like it, specifically like in California. Like it wasn't around that time. It wasn't like you could just go out and get a job. So hearing the backstory.
Cleo
make you
already
really
had a
cheer
record.
him.
Yeah.
Cleo had a record. She ain't really doing but so much, and even like the whole pressure around, like when the bull pulled up, F. Gary Gray, who directed it, pulls up to her in the car, like, oh, look at this shit.
Great
this
cameo, by the way. I love that cameo.
Like your nut ass car. This shit been like this in 7th grade. Like that pressure to like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta get ahead. I've been on the same shit since 7th grade. It's crazy.
Right.
So it give you a little bit of perspective, like that we didn't get from the dudes that was robbing it at the beginning. They just came in on some
thug shit.
Yeah, that was it. So that's all we got from them. Yeah. But the women, we got their backstory. It makes you want to cheer for them.
Yeah. That was Dub C, right?
Yes,
Dub C.
That was Dub C.
That was Dub C?
Yeah, that was Dub C.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And the other boy,
Darnell.
he trashed every movie.
Yeah,
the other boy who got
he West Coast
trashing
boy.
every movie. He is
Oh,
trashing
yeah,
Menace.
yo. He played the same role.
He played the same role all the time.
He just trashed.
Shiesty boy. He's shiesty as shit.
Yeah.
He's shiesty as shit. And I didn't even realize.
He got the same walk too.
Yeah.
And I did. It took me forever to realize that he was lining Bull up the whole time. When he put the AP in the back of his head, hook him up. He was lining. He was lining him up. He knew niggas was coming for him, so he put the AP on the back of this nigga head. Soon as he went outside, what happened? He knew he lined that nigga straight up.
Even
Yeah, that
though
was
when
crazy.
he saw it, he initially asked for the AP.
Yeah, he asked for it, but he on some shit like, yeah, nigga, hook him up.
He hyped it up.
No,
Yeah,
he
he
ain't
got-
asked for that, John.
Oh, he did.
He said, you want that?
You want that?
He was like, he said, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I got you.
He's like,
He
take it
forced
up
that
back
on
and
him.
hook it. Yeah. I'm
Yo,
telling
he
you, he
lined
lined him
Yeah,
up.
he lined him.
He lined him up, and it took me long as shit to figure that out. And I'm just watching it.
That was checkmate.
Yeah, I was just watching it, and I was like, damn, this nigga set this nigga up. Cole set him up.
That's
Gave him a
crazy.
bottle of liquor and everything. Sent him
And
on
he
the
knew
way.
they
Get
was on.
murked.
Why
He
you
knew
inviting
that
him
was
over?
on his
You,
ass. They knew he was on his ass.
Yeah, he lined him.
Yeah.
He brought him
Yeah.
with that liquor. He said, "Come over, probably get a
Yeah.
bottle," and he lined him right up.
Lined
That's
him right
crazy.
on up. That
That's
was
not some
crazy
shit-
work.
That ain't some shit you supposed to do to your young boy. Like you know you hot.
But you know people.
but
do
he
that.
also
Yeah. No,
see,
definitely, yeah.
But
I mean,
he-
shiesty niggas do shiesty
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was just.
Like you know you hot, you gonna call the young boy over who just fucking graduated.
Graduated.
That's nutty as shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but
but it happened.
he
It's
also
real.
walked in and was like, I heard you robbed the bank.
Yeah.
So why you
Oh yeah,
ain't?
so yeah, I forgot about that.
He
He did
knew.
see that. He
He
knew
drew.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. He did know.
Yeah, you should have smartened up. That was
Yeah.
nutty. What you going over there for anyway?
Lined him right
Boy was
the
like,
fuck
I
up.
ain't robbed no bank. He was usually
Right.
like, think about that. That's crazy. Okay, speaking about like what went on, let's talk about the bank robbery, your first bank robbery, and how we got up to the point where we kind of talked about it. The young boy got shot up. I like the way they depicted how long and how dedicated Vivica A. Fox character was to the bank and everything, and they just like
Shitted on her.
yeah,
That's
And
what
she
they
was-
do.
She counted
That's
all
what
that
they
money.
do.
She counted all that money
By
for-
hand.
by hand, and they still just like
Chalked
fired
her.
her.
They chalked her because they thought she had something to do with it.
Yeah, just
Even
Just
after
by
she
guilty by
left, he was like,
association
she's
type
involved. I'm like,
yeah, right away.
that was crazy.
he
Yeah.
did. He was on some she's involved.
I think
Yeah.
the writer of this joint did a good job because I might have paused. So like if it was somebody she ain't know, she would have reached into the right joint, get
Right?
like,
She would have
the
got
whole
the clip, but
procedure.
she knew Bull.
She knew
She
them.
thought
It's
he
like,
was
yo,
just fucking
chill.
around.
Like that's some shit that we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somebody's like,
Yeah.
yo,
She's like,
come
I thought-
on, chill. Like, like don't
That's
do this.
rough.
Like you gonna fuck it up for me. You about to fuck it up for you. Like I might have did the same thing if I was her. Like, yo, just chill instead of just like going through the process of getting somebody booked that you know them. They from around the
They
way.
from around
you
the
gotta
way.
go right back home and see these niggas or be
Yeah,
around people. Like
yeah. That's
that's
what-
that's
And
crazy
what she
pressure.
and what she say when he walked in? When she came up to the joint, he's like, I didn't know you had an account at this bank. Like, nigga, I didn't even know you had a bank account. Like,
Right.
She kept saying, please, yo,
yo,
please.
chill. Yeah,
Like,
she's
she
like,
kept saying,
chill.
like, she was begging him, like,
don't do this.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this.
It might have sideways saved her too because she knew her.
He
because-
could've been
because
smoked
could've-
her.
He could've
because
popped the
smoked
melon
her.
up.
Yeah,
If he
yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
If he didn't know her, he would have smoked her.
Yeah, yeah.
But because he knew her,
Yeah,
he
he-
probably
yeah.
didn't. He did somebody else.
He was just
Like
like,
the
I
white
ain't
lady
fucking
right next
playing.
to her, yeah.
Yeah.
He was just literally like, I ain't fucking playing. Like, get the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. Like,
She still
the
ain't doing
whole
it.
movie
I'm
was
like,
a lineup though.
Yeah.
The whole movie was.
It was a
lined up.
constant.
Yeah.
It was a constant
It was
sequence
lineup
of lineups. It was
It
lineup
was.
after lineup after lineup. Like every time.
And then after that, we talked about it. The young boy get killed. But before he gets killed, he was on his way to college, remember, and all that. And they didn't have any money, of course. And Frankie, his sister, played by Jada Pickett, had to find a way to make money or whatever. So we gotta Ed already shaking his head. We gotta open the door.
Yeah.
Bro,
She
Bro,
had that.
that nigga
This
Nate.
is something that really happens though in the hood sometimes.
that shit happen anywhere,
I
not
said
just
anywhere,
in the
not
hood.
just anywhere.
Not
That's-
just in
that's
the hood.
that- that's-
Anywhere. That's
That's
the
that
way.
Weinstein shit.
That's
First
that-
thing I
that's
thought, like, this
yeah.
is post-Weinstein. Like, this
Yeah.
is pre-Weinstein.
Yeah.
Like, that's the same shit. Like, you know,
But that's
I
the
do for
shit.
you, but you got to give me some. Like, that's
Right.
Weinstein. That's like a lot of shit that's happening in Hollywood right now. People getting accused of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, this is damn near 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But they was
I mean, I
doing
got
it.
30 years ago at this point. Yeah, that's like, shit. This
But
is-
they've
this-
been doing that.
been
Like
doing it.
they've
Yeah.
been doing it. Like
Yeah.
it's just coming to light now. But before, like that's what it was, especially in the 80s and 90s. Oh, nigga, you want this part? You know what you
Yeah.
gotta do.
But then she, okay, talking about the character Nate and Sony.
Fucking Nate.
Sony, yeah.
I'm in the
Nah, that's fine.
vibe.
But she
I'm
knew she knew going in what she had to do.
Yeah, she do.
to get it
She
from
knew.
Nate. I don't think that. I'm not saying that makes it better, but what responsibility is it to her to think about what she's doing to go get the money or whatever? I mean, I don't know. I guess that
her
was the
brother going to
easiest
college.
choice.
Her brother
Yeah,
going
it
to
was,
college.
that was all
easiest-
love right there.
That was
Her
the
brother going to
easiest,
college
yeah.
meant more to her
Yeah,
than that little
doing that.
moment. Like, well, like,
Yeah.
I guess because that nigga wore her ass out.
Yeah, it
like,
was
all
she
night.
like-
Which is kind.
he picked her up in the
Yeah, she
he
swept
picked
on
her up in
and
the
stuff,
evening.
and she walked home.
And she walked home in the
Which
morning.
is even like the moment where she got out the car and like tried to reason with him, like,
Yeah.
yo, look, man, I need this. Like,
Right.
look out, old head. Like, don't be on.
Yeah.
Don't be on
Like,
no, don't be on
come
no
on,
that
like,
shit.
what the fuck is you
She
doing?
know
I'ma
what
work
type of-
for it
she know
anyway,
what
just
type
in
of-
advance.
She
Yeah.
know what type of time boy on though.
And he wasn't, but
Right.
you got a good point. It wasn't like she was saying, just give me the money. Like, nah, I'm gonna work for this. I'm gonna work at your auto thing. I just need an advance.
You gotta know. She knew what type of time. Nate
Oh, she
knew what type of time Nate was
She
on.
knew.
She was hoping for the best, but
She was
Yeah,
hoping
she
for
was
yeah.
hoping I can reason with him. I'm
Right.
gonna reason with you. Hopefully, you know,
Ain't no
you'll be
reason.
a stand-up dude. But yeah,
Ain't
no.
no reasoning with Nate.
You see, you gotta-
No, was no reason with Nate. He was
He
on
rubbed
that
his shoulders,
He
he
was
said he-
on that type time from when he pulled up. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
He had
she
the
gonna
creep-
ask me for something, and I'm be like, listen.
He had
you
the
gotta
creep
give up
look
that-
walking up to the party. He just looking like a whole ass
Bruh.
creep.
he
walking
touched
up.
her
whole
shoulders. He
creep.
said,
Yeah.
"You gotta make me want to give you."
Yeah, you
one."
got big, yeah, right.
Like
Right.
nutty as shit.
That was
Man.
crazy.
Seriously.
It was
Nutty as
dope.
shit.
Nate was nutty as shit.
He very was. It was no. She know it was no reasoning with that man.
No.
Because he been on her top too hard. So it was
Yeah.
like
From the jump.
From the jump. So that was vicious. And then when her brother eventually told her that he didn't even make it in,
He didn't get in.
Yeah.
and
That
that
was
spoke
crazy.
volumes when she ripped up the check. It was like, I don't even want to be connected to. What
I don't
you
want this
do.
money. Yeah.
I was
wanna
like,
be
she
connected.
tripping.
Yeah.
She
I
was
thought
keeping
that too,
that.
but
I felt
Yeah.
it. I felt her on that, like on
Yeah.
a.
What's done is done.
But-
Keep that.
Yeah,
It's already done. That's what
I-
I'm saying. Like it's already done. Like you might as well.
I kind of understood what she was.
I did
coming
too. Like
from,
it's
though,
like almost like blood money. Like
Yeah.
I do understand. I saw both sides. Like, look, man, you robbing the bank to get some bread. You already had a couple
You
dollars.
already had a couple
Yeah.
dollars.
But I do understand that, like, you know,
Yeah, I'd rather
I don't
have-
want to be attached to this nigga.
I'd rather had to rob the bank because then if you buy some sneaks or buy something with it, you're gonna always look at it like, yo, how I get those sneaks? And be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I got it from
yeah,
basically.
and that could have went down a whole nother road though. Like,
Yeah.
what if she kept? What if she would have kept that money, and then it was like, you know what? All I gotta do is fuck this nigga for a couple dollars,
Keep going back.
and then
Yeah,
she'd have just
something.
kept fucking the nigga. Then she
I don't think she would have kept
going
going back.
I'm just
It
saying
was
for the-
only for her
I'm
brother.
just- right,
But
at
it wasn't.
that time.
Remember, it wasn't enough.
I'm
Like,
just going
Yeah.
on a whole nother.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it wasn't
was
even
some
all the
story.
tuition. She said that. She said,
Yeah.
I don't worry about it. I get the rest. So it wasn't even like the whole tuition.
Right.
But the way she said "bam," he probably gave her like 3 bands. That's
Yeah,
what they got
it
from the
was-
That's what I'm
robbery.
saying.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what I'm
enough to get
saying.
him going.
He
Yeah.
gave her a good amount of money for her to be like, I gotta go ahead and fuck him.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like he definitely gave her a good amount
Another
of money.
good theme behind that too is the shit that we don't, and we know this as older men now. People don't know the shit you gotta do to get them where they trying to go. So he don't know what his sister did.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
literally trashed his sister in that moment. Like
Yeah.
she did some shit for you
Yes.
to get you where you said you was trying to go. So as we get older, a lot of people don't know the sacrifices we do for them.
Yeah.
That was a really good theme. Like
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
bro, you did that shit. You don't know what your sister just did for you, bro. That's crazy.
And he wasn't really expecting her to come up with the bread.
Yeah,
Right, he was
that
hoping she didn't.
Like when
Yeah.
she pulled that check out, he was like, "What the fuck? You
Yeah,
came up
yeah.
with the money?"
Right.
So
That was-
I got
Because he didn't want to tell her the
something.
truth.
That was his way out.
Right,
Like,
that was his way out.
that
The
was his way
money.
out,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I think that's 2 characters now. We have Vivica A. Fox character being fired. Frankie character, well, after her brother gets killed
Stoney.
and everything.
Stoney. That was
Stoney.
Stoney.
Yeah.
Stoney, Jada Pickett's character.
Yeah.
After her brother gets killed, then she's like kind of desperate now. Luther's taking taxes out of TT's
Out of check.
bank
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
But
He was legit. He was legit doing what he was supposed to do. And
She
she
never
wanted to be
recy-
she
she
wanted
never
to be
recycled.
under the table so she can get,
she was still asking for money.
what was she getting? Like benefits or some shit for her son?
Nah, it was just more. She needed the money, like with the taxes out of it. She couldn't afford
But
it.
she couldn't afford it. Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
taxes out.
But she didn't recycle like the boy said. So that's kind of extreme.
That was
some
crazy.
bullshit.
Yo, Luther was
That's a bullshit
crazy.
excuse.
It's three
Yeah.
people
He
I
wanted to
fuck
do
with.
it
The
anyway.
I,
He
the
wanted to do it
O,
anyway.
the S.
He was gonna do that
Ladies
regardless, because he was,
and gentlemen.
he on the up, he was up and up. He's trying to be on the up and
He
up.
was funny as crap, though. Luther was funny.
Luther's janitorial.
But yeah, she was taking taxes. Then, because she couldn't pay for the daycare, this happens to everything in this movie was relatable. People don't have money for daycare. She brought the young boy to the job. He drank bleach. Now she getting child protective services in and all that. And now she's desperate because they took the child away. What are y'all feelings about that?
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit really just
That
happens.
was-
You know what I'm saying? And some of it for less than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Less than what she did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like I know people like that in
Yeah.
a situation where they just ain't making enough money to do whatever needed with the kids and shit. So they be having to do odd shit with the kids, and they be like, oh, first thing they were able to do is take the kid away.
When I was
Like,
younger,
oh.
my mom used to take me to work and hide me in the stock room. We was right on that's the Curtis and like 12th, like that's 6th and Walnut.
Mhm.
And if somebody was coming, I had to go like be in the park across the street for hours, and I'm like second grade, whatever, older than him.
Wow.
But like like that shit is real. Like she can't.
I know
afford
people now
daycare.
that bring their kids to work.
You gotta hide in the stock room, or you gotta do some other shit because
Did
your
you-
mom can't afford that
Did
shit.
you understand what was going on?
No, like parents do a good job of hiding that
Hiding
shit. So
shit.
give you a little snack, let you play with your toys. You don't think nothing.
Yeah.
It ain't.
You just going to work with
Yeah.
mommy today.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I'm
right.
working with mommy
I
today.
get
You
to go
don't
pay
even
in the park
realize
all
it.
day
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Like I ain't know, but I got older. I'm like, damn, my mommy had no, but she couldn't afford. As I got older, I understood. Like, damn, we
Yeah.
couldn't afford no
Me
daycare
too.
and no shit like that.
My mom had me at 13, so I already know. I used to go to work with my mom.
Yeah.
And she worked at Elmira Jeffries. That shit was crazy. I used to get babysat. They take turns.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking on me.
Yeah,
That shit is real.
that's real. So they did a good job of putting that part into it and depicting how to make somebody that desperate, but
Yeah.
in situations that we really
That's
go
her
through.
child, bro.
Yeah.
That was her child. She was
Yeah.
gonna do whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? She was gonna do whatever.
And you're not just gonna leave them with anybody.
yeah. So we had those three now desperate, but Cleo was already on. She was on go.
She was a
gonna go,
deadbeat.
yeah.
She was a deadbeat on some real shit.
So she ready.
She was just around the way drinking 40s and shit.
Yeah, she just wanted a car and money and like the extra stuff.
And Luther was ratchet anyway. She like, I'll bring him. He ain't gonna fire me. If he, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can get away
yeah.
with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Right.
he probably would have let her if she didn't, if that would didn't go down.
Yeah.
Went down. So they robbed their first bank, and TT ends up not.
She dipped off.
She dipped off.
I ain't built for this shit.
They,
Dipped off.
they,
She's like, wait a minute. Like, we ain't ready. We ain't ready.
Yeah.
We ain't. Whoop. She dipped.
She dipped off. Which
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Like, I don't know if you riding, then you riding, but I guess TT was a different individual. She did an excellent job too with this character because kind of got on my nerves a little bit or whatever. But she dipped off and they had to ride without her. Then later they got the money, and Vivica Fox character didn't want to give her cut because she didn't do anything. Which you hear people do that too.
Which
like,
was super crazy
Yeah.
because initially that's really what they did it for.
Yeah.
Right.
They really did it for her.
yeah,
You dig what I'm
'Cause that
saying?
was
Like
the-
everybody had their
Right.
little side shit, but
it's
really
different.
it was because of her.
But that money get in your hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you a whole different person when you got
yeah.
the bread.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that
Part
show.
of me was like, I'm glad she dipped because if security would have seen her in there fumbling with the gun and all
Right,
scared
right.
and shit, she might have did something. She might have
might
let
did
one
something
loose or
stupid.
did
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Like, and she get in the box. She definitely telling.
Yeah,
So
'cause
part
she
of me
wasn't
was,
ready.
yeah, she wasn't ready for that.
wasn't
So
ready.
part of me was
Oh,
like, I understand. I was happy that she left. But then the other side, like, I understand, like, yo, you said you was with the shits,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like you supposed
But
to.
once they got that first off, her confidence got up after
Yeah,
that.
she
Yeah.
started. I
Yeah.
noticed progressively more, she got crazier because remember the last bank robbery. I'm going ahead, but the last bank robbery, she was just like
She was on
spinning
point.
around.
Yeah.
She was on point. She was everywhere.
She was on point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
laying on the ground, got
Laying on the ground, put a gun on the cop.
But that was the second
Yeah,
bank robbery.
that was the second
Was
one?
that the
Yeah.
second one?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh,
I mean, the
yeah.
last one. She remember they had the blue suits on
Oh,
and the
yeah.
mask.
Man,
She was
yeah.
like jumping on the
Yeah,
table.
She got bucked.
She got.
I mean, she had a body under herself after that. And by that point, she had already had a body under her.
Oh yeah, she did. Luther.
She killed Luther.
She killed Luther.
She
Yeah.
killed Luther.
She killed
Man.
Luther.
She had a body in there. Like, what the fuck? You already got a homicide. You
Right.
might as well go in.
Yeah. Dang, she wasn't gonna never probably see her son after that.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
she ended up, she ended up checking anyway. So.
Yeah.
But they would have blamed Cleo anyway.
Yeah.
Cleo probably would have took the blame.
I think Cleo would have took her because even at the end we jumping ahead, but she was like, "Yo, y'all get out. I got this." Like she was
Yeah.
about that. Like I'm already. Y'all go do this shit. You take the money. She knew they wasn't meeting up later. She knew that shit.
Yeah.
Was out of it.
Yeah.
Yo, Luther did the most niggerish shit ever. Like, for lack of better terms to say it.
Go ahead,
Like,
go ahead.
he found that money and was like, yo, I'm going tricking with this
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Like, my man went straight tricking with
But
that
he
money.
didn't
Like,
even get like the best trick he can get.
nah,
He just got
it
like
didn't, it didn't
down
even
and
matter.
dirty.
Because he was like, he's a trashy nigga anyway. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So he was
yeah.
only going to do
Yeah.
some trashy shit. Yo,
Yeah.
You know, let me get this little.
I was so
$100
mad.
home.
I'll tell you this, and we could skip around or whatever now. But to whatever parts. I was so mad that they put the money where they put the money at.
Yeah.
Then you ain't even hide it.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
No, wasn't that
Hindsight.
good of a job. Wasn't that good of a
Just
job.
tuck it around the corner. They get a little
Yeah,
tuck.
a little bit, just a little bit more.
Like again, it made sense not to have it in the crib, like in the garage. That
Yeah,
made
yeah.
sense, but damn, like you just
Not at
right
Luther-
there.
Not at Luther's.
Yeah, like that.
I
That
don't
was
know about
First of all, they had to use a drill to open it. How you even find that shit?
Yeah. He probably was watching on camera.
You think-
The janitors don't have access to that.
You don't
I
know
just
what
didn't
no-
understand.
You
why-
right. You don't know.
Weird. He
You
probably
don't
was
know.
watching them
Luther.
on some I don't trust him. Because they,
And
already
Was that the
wasn't
second
really-
robbery? Was that the second robbery when they
Yeah,
hit the bread?
Yeah.
They got a lot at that time.
He probably was watching. He
Yeah,
creep,
because they
look
wasn't
like creep
recycling.
anyway.
I
They
had to
wasn't
make sure.
recycling. So
Yeah.
I'm watching these chicks.
Oh yeah.
Recycle. So he watching them.
He said,
Seen him
"What's
going
up?"
there with that bag, all four of them. He's like, what they
What they
got?
doing drilling up there?
Yeah.
He like went in there, was like,
Or he probably, if I just see him going there with a big ass bag, all four of them, they got going on.
Mhm.
Let me go find it.
The fact that you needed this, like, I mean, I understood why they needed a second robbery. But the first, I'm like, yo, y'all only got, you risk 20 in the feds for 12,000.
Yeah,
Like,
that
y'all
was.
drunk.
I mean, they didn't know how much
For
they was going to
12,000.
get. To be fair, I guess.
Yeah, but that's why that was the bad part when Stoney was telling Frankie, we ain't even cased this. Like it was just it was a random
It was
joint.
a
Like
random
you ain't even
joint,
know how
yeah.
much money was in there. You ain't know y'all ain't even cased it to know it was gonna be some bread in it. Y'all cased the big one, the one they did, the last one they did. That's the first one they cased. So like, damn, like, and again, that's 24,000 in today's money. But even then, that's not enough for splitting it 4 ways and doing all that. So I'm like, yo, y'all are drunk.
I guess they were.
The second bank was Frankie's bank, or the third bank was Frankie's bank?
Which one?
No, the
was
last
Second one, huh?
The last one was
Frankie's Bank?
Her
Where-
no, that was the boyfriend. That was
Yeah.
That was
Blair
Underwood.
Underwood. Yeah.
Blair
The
Underwood.
second one
They
was
never did
Frankie
Frankie's
Bank. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
The second one.
The
That's
second
how they
one?
started the whole thing. Because
second
Frankie knew
Yeah.
Frankie knew all the ins and outs because she worked
Gotcha.
at the bank.
Okay.
So it had to been the first and second bank.
I'm not really mad at the strategy because she probably had to get them ready and she probably saw that. So they were probably, this is how I see it, my humble opinion. They were entrusting her, first of all, because she's the bank expert, so to speak, because she worked there.
Yeah.
So maybe we do this first and then we go to a bigger bank and a
Yeah.
bigger bank and a bigger bank. So I'm entrusting, okay, you know the knowledges of the bank, you know which one to go to, what we're going to see, what we're going to do. So I guess that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's why
I can see that.
That was a gangster moment too, because she street.
Yeah. She
Went
said,
right to work.
she said,
Yeah,
oh, y'all want to do it? Okay.
Right.
Oh, you got
She went right in there.
Right.
You
She went
thinking
right
twice
in
about this? Okay, come on.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was
That-
that's
Cleo
you gotta
ain't
go.
really say
Now you
nothing.
gotta
She
go.
just was like, she would have left. Cleo would have left.
Cleo
Cleo
was
she
waiting for
was
somebody
like-
ready to go.
Yeah,
Somebody was ready to go.
Because she's the muscle. So
Yeah.
it's just
Right.
like, you know,
Well,
I'm
y'all
gonna do whatever the person who knows the most about this shit do.
Yeah.
Like I'm with whatever. So like, soon as she went in, she was like, "Fuck it, I'm going too."
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean?
I like the since we talking about it too, and we didn't talk about it. I like the way they put the love interest in there with Blair Underwood, and her being approached by him at the bank. It was in my opinion, it was risky, but it was a good, like they didn't make it so unrealistic. the way she was covering up her steps and the way she was careful, but she still liked them. It was good dynamic, and at the same time, even though it was risky, it still
She was casing
worked.
it, right?
She was
She was casing it when he pulled
Yeah, he was
up.
casing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
She
yeah,
was
yeah,
casing it.
yeah.
She
She
was
was
casing
This,
casing the joint.
this why.
But
I
she
like
also
it.
was vulnerable for taking
she
that
was
loss.
going- that's a
Yeah,
lot
she was
going
took that
on.
loss.
grieving, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot going on mentally. Like she liked the ball.
She ain't had no
grieving.
dude at the time, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was
It's a
like
lot going on.
This why I like this character. In a lot of movies that's like heavy women cast, specifically black women cast,
Yeah.
the men be trash.
Yeah.
Like it's never really no like if you look at like Wade and Exhale had Gregory Hines, he was like the
Yeah.
only. If you give me one, I'm good with it. Give me one stand up
Yeah.
board and I'm
Right.
good with the whole.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
cool with that. Like because again, the Nates exist, the
Yeah.
Luthers exist, like the
Yeah.
what's the nigga's name from and he was the most trash of all trash niggas. Oh God. The Tyler Perry joint. Why did I get married? What's the bald headed boy nigga?
I know you're talking.
You know
about,
who I'm
but
talking about?
I don't know his
I
name,
can't
though.
remember his name.
The
You know who I'm
the one who
talking
played in
about.
the wood? No.
Yes, the one who
Oh,
played in the wood. He played in that movie.
I forgot his
Trash nigga.
name.
Just to your
Yeah,
point, like
yeah. Like it's
it would
always
be
if you
the trashiest of the trash.
if you
niggas.
give me one good male character that I'm chilling, like one person that we could kind of all relate to, like they don't all. So I was happy that they did that, which like Blair Underwood was a stand up dude.
Yeah.
He wasn't pressing her to get the pussy like Nate was. He took her out, treated her well, wined and dined her. Like he was a
Yeah.
stand
That
up
was a
dude.
good representation.
Yeah.
Or a
At
whole
least they
new
put that-
outfit.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when they was going to the Jones
Yeah,
and
yeah.
showed up in that bullshit?
she,
He's like,
the-
nah.
He's like,
nah.
She was just like a
I lied to you
geisha.
about one thing. I lied to you about one thing.
Yeah.
That was like
And he
pretty-
kept that that classy, you know what I mean?
It was like Pretty Woman, the movie Pretty Woman.
Yeah,
It's
basically,
like Pretty
it was
Woman.
a-
Yeah.
That was a spinoff of that. Yeah, that was like you said. That was a good point, Vision. That the depiction of that, even though, and I like the contrast of the simple fact that she was so conflicted that okay, this if it on a normal day, this would be a guy that I just be like, oh, I found somebody and I'm gonna fall for him and we're gonna see where it goes and all this type of stuff, or just see how it goes and. But right now she has conflicting feelings because eventually she might rob this bank.
Yeah.
Eventually, so that dynamic within itself was so cool to me, along with him being not pressed and not trying to treat her like trash and all this, like everybody else she's been through and all the stuff she's been through. He was like her piece, which is super cool, and so much chaos, and the chaos of Robin Banks and the chaos of her brother
getting
And her
killed.
brother, yeah.
and all this.
And
But she
Nate.
can't really fully enjoy
Yeah.
the piece.
Yeah.
Because her mind has to stay in chaos right now because of what she's in.
And like the relationship with us, like her homies, her sisters, like she can't.
She
'cause
can't.
Even when they was gonna rob his bank, she was like, she pleaded with like
Yeah,
any
she
other
was like,
bank but
yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
was
she
like,
ain't wanna go
no,
to
that's
that.
the one that's gonna have 500 racks in there. We
Yeah.
going with this one. So even in that moment, she chose her sisters, which I can relate to. Like you
Yeah.
just met this boy. You said like, what's the name? Said Cleo said you was with her. Y'all knew each other since the first grade.
Right.
So yeah, you chose your homies over there, which is believable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like not letting them down. But it was also like showing that conflict that she had. Like, damn, like I really don't want to do him dirty. I really do want to maybe build something with him, but I gotta.
Right.
That's all
It's
that.
gonna
And when he find
Yeah.
out it's me, it's gonna be a whole.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose everything, but
Right.
I had his money, but I'm gonna just lose everything. Like he was her everything at that point in time.
yeah.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like that's all she had left was that. Nigga.
Rub the chain down the back of crack her butt. And
Yeah,
everything.
that did all that. Did all that.
Down,
No
down,
kid,
down,
no
down.
kid. Now that you be saying shit like that, if you think back to a lot of Jenny's movies, she was always getting
Yeah.
tagged.
Yeah,
she was always
was.
getting tagged something crazy like.
Yeah,
that made that August Alsina shit really believable.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's a whole other can of
That's
worms,
right.
yo.
That's the whole-
that's crazy.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
But that was funny. Speaking of the second robbery, that was one of my. If you want to pick a robbery, that was the best. I like that one. The Cleo ran through
Yeah.
with the truck and all
Yeah.
that type of
Yeah.
stuff. And that was gangster and came up
It was.
with the guns behind her back, and then took the. Did she take the truck? She took it from.
Because
somebody?
when they start going in, I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all don't see the cops?
Because
Yeah.
the getaway car was the law
was
was out
blocked
there
off.
from the
It
home
was
from
blocked
the
off,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
The getaway car was blocked off, so she had to go get another whip right quick.
Yeah, got the joint.
But that tied back into the whole thing about not letting your friends down. Like, again, somebody else would have just like, nah, fuck this. This
I'm
is
out.
this
It's
chalk.
over.
It's
Yeah,
chalk.
no.
Yeah, like she's like, nah, I'm gonna find a way to get my sisters out
Yeah,
of there.
'cause
Like
they was
that,
her
yeah,
sisters. So,
yeah.
and they depended on each other because I think if Stoney wouldn't have at any point wanted to stop, they probably wouldn't have kept going. If
Yeah.
anybody wanted to stop, maybe not TT. If she wanted to stop, they probably would have kept going.
Yeah.
But everybody else, they probably would have not did it.
Yeah.
So, it was like if anybody backed out, it would be kind of messed up in a big way. So that's why I guess all of them felt like, okay, I can't let them down in all those type of ways. So yeah. Then wrapping it up, we went to the end where now the money's taken that they hid from Luther in a weird way. Why they do that, I don't know. They killed Luther because he took the money. So they got to rob another bank. And the last bank robbery was a lot of action, a lot of stuff happened. What do y'all think about that last big sequence of the bank robbery? You know, Cleo in a whole dramatic car shooting up. It was super gangster, but but all that and
Yeah, Luther.
everything else. Yeah, Luther and TC killing Luther in the joint. What you think about that?
Yeah, I think it changed the whole trajectory of everything.
Once they killed Luther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just when he took the money in, period.
Yeah.
They was cool.
Because they was out. Yeah,
That
they
was
was
a
playing.
75
Had a
grand.
plan.
That was enough bread for them to chill.
How much did they
75
get?
grand a piece.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was 75
It
racks
was
a piece.
good.
And
It was enough money for them to chill.
the whole
Yeah,
thing was like, we're gonna work a couple days to play it off. Don't know.
They
Told
did
Cleo
say
like, don't draw and buy no
Yeah.
big shit.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna just act real normal, act real regular. Then we out in a couple.
But my
days.
thing is, y'all took 300,000 and you didn't take nothing. Like you ain't take a little 10. Y'all just put it all in there.
yeah,
And y'all had to run out on the bill at the breakfast joint.
yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Y'all didn't take no money
I ain't
from
taking
that.
No money.
No, they ain't taking no money. They put all the money in the bag.
Y'all tripping.
Is that believable? I
No,
don't know
that's
if
not.
that part, that might be the only part. Like, I be so on edge.
You gonna take a stack.
And I'm not putting that in a random
I'm
place. It's
not-
staying
you
close
gonna-
to
you
me.
gonna-
Yeah, it's got to be close
It
to somebody.
like that kind of money. I can't be 10 hours. Like you work what?
We might have to have
8
a
hours a day?
sleepover. We have to have
Yeah,
a
I'm-
sleepover. We have to sleep over.
I can't have it in no
Ain't no-
random building for 10 hours away from me or 12 hours to go back to
Probably have
work.
to get an Airbnb. I know it look weird, but and figure this thing out until
Yeah.
until.
Well, we're gonna break this down and we're gonna have money in different places. They catch one, we still
I'm
got a
even
little
scared.
something.
I'm even scared of that for real. For real.
Yeah.
For real. I'd rather just probably.
They
have
definitely
it.
could have got a telly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta tell
They
it.
could have got a telly.
Work
Yeah.
from there for a while. It'll look weird, but because if the cops follow them and stuff, it'll be like. All
Yeah, they
right.
was hot at that point. Like that. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
Leaving
they
the
was
money.
They was definitely hot.
I just
Yeah.
don't. I just didn't like the Luther leaving it in the building. It didn't seem like the
That
smartest
wasn't
thing.
realistic. Yeah, that
Yeah, it
ain't.
wasn't the smartest thing. They had to find. I get it, F. Gary Gray. You had to find a way to get them to do another bank robbery. But at that point, it was like, dang, they could have definitely did
Right.
something else besides what they did. That was the only like thing.
I thought the sequence at the end was like it looked like a regular. I don't want to say like a regular hood movie, but like regular budget hood movie, like Menace or Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
But the end with the chases and all that should look like the
Yeah.
later on F. Gary Gray, like the negotiator and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's when it was like big budget helicopters and all the
Yeah.
cops
They did
and
an
yeah,
excellent job.
it was a real good
I
job.
like how
at
they
the end.
all split up and
Yeah.
went different ways and found their fates
The
different ways.
only part I was looking at about that when they was in the tunnel, I'm like, they was in the tunnel for 20 minutes.
Yeah. What the fuck the cops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I think at that point the cops was trying to say they can't come out, so they didn't want to go in. That's how they usually handle like those type of situations, especially if they think they're armed and dangerous, don't they? They don't. They
Yeah,
don't
but
just
it was like,
rush right
as
in.
soon as she came out, she made the right turn, and all the cops was coming that way.
Right.
Yeah.
You,
But you would think it'd be
how
cops
you
on the other
lose them,
side,
but you
too.
ain't lose the helicopter? It was a little.
Yeah, you would think it'd be cops on the other side of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So when Jada and Vivica dipped out, it would have been some cops there,
Right.
but it was just a helicopter.
It was
So,
just on the one
but I mean,
side.
I can suspend
Yeah,
disbelief
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit on
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was good enough then.
It was
That's
good.
still, yeah.
That wasn't bad as high and stuff. Nothing was really super duper bad in this movie.
Nah, not at all.
But,
And everybody,
At all.
all the characters stayed in character. Like that was some Cleo. Cleo would have done that.
Yeah.
TT would have been the one to fucking die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's it? Jada would have been the one to get away.
Yeah.
Vivica would have been the one like, fuck it, I don't got nothing else to live for anyway. I'm
Yeah.
fuck this. So
And she
everybody
watched
stayed
it
in
die.
character.
She watched it.
That was crazy.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, she watched it.
That-
she was
that-
on the bus. And
that
she was
was-
running. And she was
yeah.
running. Bang.
And that
That's
cop
crazy.
is in a lot. I think it's something McKinley. I
Yo,
forget
he's
his.
in a lot of stuff.
He's always a really good character actor too. Like he's in a lot of movies, whether it's comedies like the John was it Nothing to Lose with Martin, and like he's in like comedies. He's always in really good like a good character actor.
Yeah.
But I thought it was realistic, almost on some like Fast and the Furious shit where he let Jada go.
Yeah.
You killed it. You
saw
killed
her.
her, bro. You killed her.
Yeah.
He saw her on the bus.
Yeah, he saw her.
He
Like,
saw her on the bus.
But understand,
He just let her go. Like, fuck
and
it.
you're the reason
Right.
why she went down this way anyway,
Right.
because you the one said he got a gun.
Right.
He was literally the one who said it. Wasn't another guy.
Right.
He said that
He
shit.
said it. Yeah.
So you got her like you sent her down this way. So it made that wasn't. I think it was more believable than like
It
the
was,
Fast and the
yeah.
Furious. Like when
Yeah.
when Brian let Toretto go, that made sense because like a guilt. Like
Right,
shit,
'cause
I
then
fucked your whole situation.
Because then after he killed her, got her brother
got your
killed.
brother killed.
They told him like, damn, her mom and dad died in a car accident.
Yeah,
like
like,
so,
he-
all that.
Yeah.
It
He's
wasn't like he
just
was the lady.
He was
something
nutty,
like,
but I'm like, all right, he made up for it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah. He was doing his job on some cop
Yeah.
shit, so he was doing his job, but like I thought that was believable. It wasn't like cop wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
That cop would have did
I
that
like
shit
him
and
as
fucked
an
her life
actor,
up.
though, too. I like him as an actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He was on Scrubs for
Yeah, he's a good actor.
forever.
Yeah.
That was my show, Scrubs.
I cheered at that part because I was glad that she got away. Because every step that she did after that, when she was trying to get away, she did like good stuff. She got on the bus and all that.
Threw
She
the
got-
sombrero. And
Yeah, I
got
was
on the
like,
bus with
I was
him.
like,
Money,
and
though.
like I said, I
She
cheer
had
for
the
the
bread.
I cheer for the bank rob. She had all the bread.
She had all the bread. She
Yeah.
had all the bread. She got skinny. Went to Mexico.
Cut her hair.
Real shit. Cut
Yeah.
her
She had
hair.
all the bread.
She had
What
all
if
the
she
bread.
didn't have all the bread and the bread was like with
Oh,
Vivica
my
son?
goodness.
That would have been
Yeah.
wow.
Crazy work.
Did she have all the bread?
She had all the
Vivica
bread.
had a bag too, though.
She did have a bag.
Oh, they did. So yeah, they both had. Yeah, it was 2 bags.
It was two.
She had enough bread.
So
Yeah, she had
she
enough.
had more
She
than
had
enough bread. She
she had
was
150 at least.
No. They said it
'Cause
was 500K, so she had
Yeah.
at least 250.
Oh
Yeah,
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 because
yeah,
this,
yeah.
I'm thinking about the last robbery. Yeah, she
They
did. at
said it
least-
was 500K
yeah.
in Blair Underwood Bank.
Yeah.
250,000
In the
in,
night-
in Mexico.
In the
Oh,
90s.
In the
she was
90s.
living.
Oh, you
She
good.
was living.
In the 90s. So that's
She cut her
Nigga,
hair and
first of
everything.
all-
She cut her hair and everything.
that's
250 in Mexico is like a gajillion dollars.
No,
Right.
bro, like, and if you
Right.
think about it, 96, that's 500K today, and at least like 2 million pesos down there, at
At
least.
least.
Because the dollar was high as hell back then.
Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
least $2 million to fade away. But what made me think was it worth it? When-
I mean,
I
she
was
lost
thinking that
she
too.
lost
She lost
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
She lost everything.
Like when she had that moment where she was reminiscing, I'm like, and I ain't peeped this when I was a young boy watching it. I'm just like, I'm so happy that she got away. But now as somebody older, I'm like, damn, you lost all your friends, you lost your brother. You can never go back home. You can never come back to the States. Would you trade all that money again to be broke on the rooftop with your 3 homegirls?
Yeah.
That's because again, that's an iconic scene that on that
Yeah.
rooftop.
That
Like,
actually seems like to me that was the question that he was trying to get us to
Yes.
ask.
Yeah.
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 In this
Was it
film.
worth it?
Was it worth it? That's why she was crying.
Blair Underwood, go.
Yeah,
Gone.
The
go
whole
on.
thing.
Yeah.
Everything. Go.
So you
She
lost
lost
everything
everything.
to
She
gain
would've
that
never
money.
knew.
She gotta go start over.
And that's something that he said too.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to start over, but
Right.
Right.
was that- this
they don't
may-
even- they
this
don't even
may
speak
be-
English.
right, right.
This may be something that he taught her because if y'all peep, at one point she said she came to Blair Underwood, which was her piece, and said, "I have a problem with a friend over money."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Don't you lose that friend over money?
Yeah.
It's easy to get money, but it's hard to get friends or a true friend."
True friend.
And basically, that was a totally different life that she never even went through. That she would have been through with Blair Underwood or whatever, a whole lifestyle, like maybe that was something she wanted that she'd never be able to with that person be able to get
Yeah.
because she has this money now. All the people that she lost, all her friends dead because of this money now, and it's I guess a coincidence that he said that, and all the friends and everything that she could have had him and everything else, she lost over money, just like
Right.
how he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was a deeper loss. She was talking about just her and Cleo beefing when
Yeah.
Cleo put the. So that's just we
Yeah,
not
we put
fucking
the
with
gun
each
up
other
it,
no
yeah,
more.
yeah.
I don't-
Right.
Yeah,
This a whole like it ain't no coming back from this shit.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that was really good foreshadowing on F.
Yeah.
Gary Gray's part. That was really
Yeah.
good foreshadowing.
Yo, funny shit.
What's
Did
that?
you peep? You peeped how Queen Latifah bitched up with Jada smacked her?
Yeah,
After
she
put the
did.
gun
Oh.
down?
That was out of character.
Yes.
She said, "Oh."
Yeah.
I was like,
That was-
"Oh."
yeah.
That wasn't
That
a
was
character.
crazy work. That was
But
crazy work.
I like how they showed. I didn't have a problem with that because it showed like, okay, she's not always this hard character.
Yeah.
And they all had that respect for Jada
Yeah,
too.
they had
Like,
respect
And it was
What's
day
going-
ones. It's
yeah.
It
different.
was all
Like,
day ones. Yeah.
if it was some little ass joint from around the way that just came and smacked Cleo and she
Yeah,
did
she
it, I'm
was
like,
shy.
oh, this
Yeah.
that ain't it. But
she
this
put
your
it down
man's
on
from day one. Y'all got a different kind of respect. Y'all probably was the same height at one point in first grade or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so it was funny as shit.
Yeah, it was funny.
But it wasn't out of character.
and that's her
point, yeah.
thing too, because she slapped her brother too, right?
Yeah,
She
just
a slapper.
Yeah.
I understand smacking. Well, I understand
She's a little
smoke smacks.
That was a little
scrappy
thing.
little thing.
Yeah.
Scrappy little thing.
One of the things that I thought about too, we don't talk enough about Queen Latifah as a fucking actor
Oh, she's an
in that
excellent actor.
role.
She's killer.
But back then, it was just living single, and before that,
Yeah.
it was like she was like a rapper and a
rapper,
producer
yeah.
with Naughty by Nature and
That
all
was her
them.
standout.
That was her. Man, I was like, yo, this is.
Yeah.
I couldn't. She took away every scene, and on top of that, one thing that was talked about at the time because I remember it, but it's so normal now. Like a lesbian relationship and a lesbian gangster
Right.
wasn't a thing when that shit came out. That
Yeah.
was revolutionary when that came out.
I had a question about was her girlfriend a mute?
No, she just didn't talk.
She just ain't talk. She just was quiet as shit.
She never
Maybe
heard
that
her
was
talk.
on some like that might have been on some acting stuff. Like, all right,
She
we're gonna
never
be-
said
you're
not
not gonna
one
get paid
word.
that much.
It could have been. She might not have been
Yeah,
sad.
yeah,
They might
She
not
might
even
even
say.
say.
They might not even wrote no
But
lines
it,
for it.
but
It's
it
just
worked.
a
I,
rap.
it worked.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was on.
Because
some,
they
like,
said it in the joint like, why she don't talk?
But everybody talk about Snoop from The Wire as that, but like, but Cleo predated that by like
Yeah.
6-7 years. You know what I mean? And again, it was like a thing that everybody in the hood. It wasn't no she a woman gangster. Like nah, Cleo was like even Beans like what Beans say I know how to play CeeLo, set it off like
like
Cleo.
Cleo.
Yeah.
Like people had like that was a respectable gangster right there.
Yeah.
One of the dopest.
Talking about Cleo, we're going to talk about the scene where her car gets shot up and everything.
Oh.
That
was-
was dramatic.
Um,
And how long was that scene?
When
Did
she
it
lit,
seem-
That
she
joint
lit the
iconic.
port. She lit
Yeah,
the
she
port.
lit the port
threw
real
it in
quick.
drive.
Had the
And
little
Threw it in drive.
That was her
Like,
song. that was
almost
playing,
cried
too.
but didn't.
Yeah.
That was her song that was playing, right?
No.
No.
What
It
song
was like a
was
slow
that?
song.
It was-
Day
a slow-
after day. That
Yeah,
joint, I
yeah.
forgot the
That
name.
wasn't
of
her
it.
song though. That
What
wasn't
was
her
that
song.
song?
No.
But also on that note, like in that time frame when that movie came out, that was like the probably what was it? The 97, right? You saying 97?
96, 97, yeah.
That was like one of the last movies to actually have a soundtrack.
Really?
You know, movies don't have soundtracks like that.
No, they don't.
Not like they used to.
Nah.
They
They don't have no more.
But the soundtrack was a part of the movie. You don't
Yes.
think about Waiting
Yup.
to Exhale
Yes,
or
it was.
Boomerang without
Yeah.
the
Without
soundtrack.
the soundtrack.
Yeah, like the video, like you watch the video, like the actors would be in the music video for the songs. Would be clips from the movie
Yeah.
in the video. Like that's a good point. Like that was one of the last
He
joints.
was got platinum,
It was a good soundtrack too.
Yeah,
That
so
Bone
it's
Thugs
very
on that
good.
joint.
Very good.
That was that Bone Thugs joint. That boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
that joint was crazy.
That was a good soundtrack.
But that was a perfect song for it. Because again, if it was some gangster shit like her going, I think it was a good pacing and a good tone for that scene.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have took away from
Yeah.
it if it was
That's perfect.
And
gangster.
then going out like Scarface afterwards was also in
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Like she would have went Cleo would have. If Vivica, 'cause she waving the gun, that made sense.
Yeah.
But if she turned around with 2 street sweepers doing that, I'd be like, nah,
Nah,
that
nah,
ain't
nah,
it
that's
made
crazy.
sense. Made sense.
That's crazy work.
All right.
And that was the gun she said she was gonna buy from Dre.
Yep.
That automatic.
Yep.
She got the gun.
Yeah.
I ain't
Mhm.
peeped that the first time around. She
Yeah,
came
they
out
had
with the
enough money.
automatic that she got
Yeah.
from Dre.
They had enough money, or did he just let her have it? Probably.
No, she said,
No,
"Stop
she-
coming back for it."
She had the money.
Yeah.
She had the money then. That's why she.
Oh yeah, she bought it,
she
but
bought
then
it.
she didn't give him the interest.
So what happened? When he gave him the gun, she said, "I'm coming back." She got them joints on consignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us these joints, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get you. And then she said, the last thing she said, I'm coming back for that Uzi too, whatever
Yeah.
she said. So
Yeah,
that was the gun
that was, but then that might be a mistake because the second robbery, did they still have the money from the second robbery? No,
that was the first robbery.
Yeah, but the first robbery.
I think she might have paid him the first robbery,
Yeah,
but she didn't have
that-
enough to give him the interest
How much
because
was the gun?
when Luther stole the money, she was like, "Is your interest that he took?"
So they got 3,000 a piece from the joint. She got. I mean, so again, that might not be a little bit realistic.
Yeah,
But she got the car fixed.
She got the car.
She got the the hydraulics on and
She
everything.
had a CD player.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
which had to be like $800, $900 back then or whatever. What you
Maybe
think?
about
Was it
Nah.
6'4".
Yeah.
Four
All right,
times.
all right, all
Four
right,
times.
all right. But that gun had to be like a stack of some change. Stack something.
Probably so.
I mean, maybe. I mean,
Probably so. It
Yeah.
had bodies on it already and everything. You
No,
know,
it probably been cheaper then.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
You know.
But either I thought that was a nice little like a little callback to, you know, and then on top of that, Dre was watching them on the news like all proud and shit, like,
Yeah.
yeah, look at my girl,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So it was a nice little callback to that moment where she said she was coming back for that.
Okay, to wrap it up, what's your final thoughts on like how y'all felt about this movie? I know we talked about a lot and went through a lot of scenes and everything like that. How do y'all feel like as a whole? Do y'all think
It's one of them Jones where it's always going to be in that black cult classic list. Like Set It Off is never not going to get mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Set It Off, Boys in the Hood, Juice, Menace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Set It Off. It's always going to be there. So, you know, for me,
I don't even
that shit
think it should be a classic. Period.
Yeah, it is definitely.
I know.
you know how that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, you know how
because
that
if
go.
you look outside our, I guess you would call it urban drama.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, urban drama.
If you look outside of it, I don't know how many people that really watched it that weren't like a part of
Right.
our culture too much. They may it's people that have watched it, of course, but like I have been in situations like, oh yeah, Set It Off, like, oh, I don't think I ever watched that, and in different areas, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, everybody hasn't watched it.
Right, but most of it now is for black people anyway is because of age, not because of
Now it's
culture.
age. Now
it's
it's
like,
age.
like, oh no, I ain't never seen Set It Off. Yeah, I forgot you too young. You was born in 2006.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it's still a classic that one of those classics. You know how you didn't see something and you might not have been the age, but you heard about that movie back in the day. That still would be in our communities, like wheelhouse more so. Like, yeah, y'all never saw. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an old movie.
what black exploitation movies? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like,
never saw Sugarfoot.
the
Yeah,
bag,
yeah.
the
Nah,
bag
I'm
of
sorry, I can't
coffee
think-
or
I
something
can't
like
think of
that.
one.
You ain't never seen Dolomite? You
You never seen Dolomite?
Yeah, I ain't never seen Dolomite.
Yeah, but I might
But
hear.
that be the
I might have heard of it from every old head, but I never watched it.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never see Shaft.
Yeah, I don't think I watched Shaft either. I've seen clips.
You've
but
never
I
seen the original Shaft?
I never
No.
watched the whole Shaft. From
Me
beginning
neither.
to
That's
end.
crazy work.
Yeah,
I know.
That's your homework.
You
Y'all
saw
got
Sh- you
y'all
saw
got watch
Shaft.
Shaft.
Yeah.
Y'all got watch Shaft.
Yeah.
If you ain't never watched it, at least the original Shaft.
Yeah.
You ain't really got to watch
I
Shaft.
think
Goes
I
to
saw
Africa.
for some reason, and excuse my disrespect.
I mean, that's a real movie too.
disrespect
Goes to Africa. Yeah.
or whatever, but I just remember like the naked parts. And
I mean, that tracks
that's how,
when you're a young
that
boy.
was young boy. That's how I remember. I was
That
like,
tracks.
that's
As
probably
a kid,
anything I probably like.
As a young boy,
Yeah.
like
looking
what's her
for
name?
Pam
Who
Grier's
was it?
titties.
It was who was Pam Grier.
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
Pam Grier.
Foxy
Grier,
Brown.
And once I saw that, it was like the rest of the movie didn't matter.
You ain't even think
Like I
about
didn't even
it.
think about like I don't know what happened. I just know she was naked at points.
I think I raised a good point about how our movies are viewed, because if I looked at this movie like it's Thelma Louise meets Waiting to Exhale. Like
Okay.
not the love interest of Waiting to Exhale, but the camaraderie of the
Of the
four
girls,
women.
yeah.
But Thelma and Louise, because it was these white women, this is the greatest acting ever
Right,
because these
right.
white women aren't supposed. But I'm like, yo, they did an amazing job
Yes,
as bank
yes.
robbers, and that's
Yeah.
just because of the same way they treated Lorenz Tate in Menace. He should have gotten nominated for something.
Yeah.
But you think young black man, he not really acting.
Right.
And then you see him in Inkwell, you realize that's who he's closer to Inkwell than he is to Menace. But that's how they treat black movies, like y'all not really acting. It's just some hood shit. Y'all
Right,
do this,
right.
y'all not really acting.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Like that's crazy.
It's crazy.
He did a hell of a job.
And then it spun off like again, like was it 5 years later? They did like a bootleg, almost like a bootleg version of it with it's called Sugar and Spice. It's 4 white cheerleaders that robbing banks because the one girl is pregnant. I'm like, this ain't nothing but suburban. Set it off.
Wow.
It's called Sugar and Spice. It's these 4 high school
crazy.
cheerleaders.
Wow.
One of them get pregnant,
That's
and so they
crazy.
start robbing banks.
I mean, I just see that as okay. Big up to Gary F. Gray because you did something so well that they had to copy it.
Yeah.
So more so than anything else, like your project was that good. They don't want to give you the props, but by copying and stealing,
Yeah.
they basically giving you your props. So
I mean, it's no different than and Queen Latifah should be used to it because that's what they did with Friends with Living Single. It's the same fucking premise.
They did.
They just NBC said we gonna get our own version of Living Single.
We just gonna make it white.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought John Singleton wrote this.
Oh, you thought I mean, they were around
They're
the same
contemporaries,
time.
yeah.
They was the top two at that time.
Yeah, at that time. So,
At
yeah.
that time.
And F. Gary, talk about like a three movie run is crazy. Friday classic.
Yep.
This joint called, if nothing else, cult classic. And right after that, he did The Negotiator.
Yep.
So like F. Gary Gray was in his bag.
Definitely in his bag.
Like that's
at that
crazy.
point.
That's a crazy run.
Yeah,
That is a crazy run.
The Negotiator was crazy.
Yeah. So like homie was.
Because I swore that until I actually dove into the movie, like I swore that was like Spike Lee or some shit like that. Like, but that was a good movie.
Gary Gray.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think he does a really good job of capturing L.A. And again, I'm not a West Coast dude, but I like it when you can tell when somebody is from. Like I can't stand when somebody do something that's supposed to be in Philly and it look like Vancouver. The voices is off, the slang is off. He does a really good job of capturing the era and then like the region. Like he gonna tell some stories about where he from, and I fuck with that.
Bro, you ain't never lied when you just said that, man.
I hate that shit.
I hate when they do. Like I was so sick at the first state property because I was like, dog, this is not even close. Half of y'all niggas is from Philly.
Yeah.
Like this ain't even close. Like what's wrong?
I hate that. Like like make it sound like when it is and where it is, and there's nothing wrong if something age.
Right.
Like even like Seth Rogen was talking about, like people was like criticizing him for like all the crazy jokes and shit that he was saying in the early 2000s about how it's like some of it is cringe now, how some of it didn't age well. And he was like, it's not supposed to. Say I'm sorry that this shit it ain't, but it's supposed to age poorly sometimes because it ain't the same era no more.
Right.
Like, a lot of the black exploitation joints didn't hit when we was coming up. It's like I didn't understand it, but my pop thought it was the best shit of it. Just it was dated to me. I ain't understand.
Definitely dated.
Yeah.
By the time we got a hold of
When
it,
you go back and when you go
watched
back
3 the Hard Way or something like that, you was like, what the fuck? Why is this nigga running around like this?
When
But now, as I'm older, like 3 the Hard Way was the shit.
Yeah, now
you know what I'm
get a better
saying?
appreciation for it. Yeah.
when you go back and look at them, you're supposed to feel what they wanted you to feel of that era.
Of that era,
time. You know, it's supposed to feel like, and then it'll be a misrepresentation as well. So if you look at it and it's not authentic, you'll be thinking that's how they talk in Philly. That's how they do work in LA. That's how they, and it's not real. And then you'll be like, so back in the 90s, that's what y'all used to do in LA? It's like, no, that's not actually.
Yeah.
So, but because I guess I'm guessing he is from LA.
Yeah, LA boy.
Yeah, he from LA.
So he stuck with what he know, which is excellent, and all of that. I think he said he did. I might be wrong. It was like a Thelma and Louise, like when he wrote this and made this. He kind of got inspiration a little bit from Thelma and Louise, and then made his own like thing about it and all that type of stuff. So
And I think it holds up to like even the bank robbery movies in the era. Like Heat might be like the John Al Pacino, De Niro. Like that might be like the flagship that everybody compare everything to.
Yes.
And while that might be the best, I still think this holds up. At least it's like it ain't some nut shit. Like it's not as great as that, but it definitely holds its own.
It definitely holds it. I feel the passion. I feel everything with it. It wasn't just made with no intent and just made any type of way. I think they did an excellent job.
And the reasons mattered more too. Like De Niro was just trying to get to a certain money point. I'm just trying to get to a money mark. It wasn't like no desperation. Like they were desperate. Like we gotta get this money.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own separate desperation reason.
It was a lot of layers.
Yeah. So it was layered very well, very well. Okay, gentlemen, I think we said a lot about this film. Everybody in the comments, if you feel a different way about the film or something we might have missed or something we may have been wrong on, let us know in the comments of what you want to hear and everything. But thank you. This has been another episode of Old Heads Online.
Old Heads Online.
Thanks for coming. Peace.
Black.